we're going to give you an honest review of Foundry. This is an early access game. It's a factory style game just like Techtonica and Satisfactory, and it has the feel and look of Minecraft for the biomes and the environment. It just looks better than Minecraft, right? It's got all the square blocks that Minecraft has, but it has a better feel of it. The resource nodes are being mined by little drones right here, as you can see, but you do have a limited supply. So unlike Satisfactory, your resource nodes are going to run out. This game, it runs pretty good. It might be a little bit choppy right now because I'm recording, this game, it runs smooth. Everything runs pretty well so far in it, and we have to compare this game to the Satisfactory. Currently, my favorite game for a factory style game, and I gave that game a 7 out of 10 for what it has for it. And comparing this game to that, it just doesn't have all those nice features that game has. This game is going to run into some issues with transportation, which I assume they're going to address because of our resource nodes that are going to be depleting. So we're going to have to go across the map right here. As you can see, the map, it has function. You can make your own little waypoints and stuff like that. We can see our resource nodes. We can see the size of them. They don't, hide that kind of stuff, but we can't zoom out far enough to see very much more. And you have to go out there and explore. But unfortunately, some of the downfalls of this game is moving from point A to point B, because only way to do that is to run, and that is a long run. So as you can see, it's still pretty fast for a run, but there's no sliding, there's no crouching and jumping to go faster. We have to make this run. We can't go on conveyor belts to go faster like we can in Satisfactory, at least for early fast travel. We just can't go anywhere, and there's no way to do it yet. So they're kind of missing that in this game right now, and of course they're probably going to add something for that kind of logistics because they're going to really need it. People are going to be complaining how boring it is from running from point A to point B on this long distance maps to get all these extra resource nodes that you're going to have to get into and be able to extract and to explore. So compared to that, and there's no enemies. We have no hit points. We don't take damage really. I didn't try jumping off my big layer conveyor belt over there. I didn't, so there's no hit points, there's no damage, there's no worrying about wildlife, and that's part of the big factor of Satisfactory is worrying about the wildlife and being able to, you want to go to a new area, a new zone, and you have to do some more research stuff. You have to go out there and explore. The Satisfactory and promotes exploring and it's important to go out there and kill guys and have combat and stuff like that, which adds more aspects to the game, which this game is lacking. So the only aspect of this game really is to build a factory. That is it. It's kind of like a one-track thing, simple and easy to do. Everything works really great though. This game is way better than Techtonica for its layout on its factories, because as you can see here, we have multiple. Everything in here, like all these things, are just basically squares. Bigger and better squares. The inputs and outputs on the intakes right here are simple and easy to do. It's not complicated, right? Just this output, input for it's the same thing, output and input. That is it. And you want to change it, input and output right there. All the conveyor belts work nicely. Everything is smooth. We don't need to have like 10 of these things for input and output on these little assemblers because things work fast enough for just one. And so that gives you a lot more freedom on actually building your factory and makes it a lot better. And it's a lot more user friendly than Techtonica, and it's also a lot easier to build than Satisfactory because it's simplified and dumbed down on that regard on how much content you're going to get. But there is a lot of content in here. So even though it's early access and they're just starting, they have a lot. So most of the stuff can be just decorations and things like that. But yeah, we're up to like high voltage power, water pumps, smelting the different steel and stuff like that, greenhouses. We have lots of energy cells, and looks like we got slag down here. There's 5 different research packs, and that's your form of actually researching stuff. And that's your main goal is get more research so you can unlock all this other stuff. And then eventually you're going to build a what's this thing called? A freight elevator to fix the space station above you. You're going to get more missions, and you have to get resources up there to fix that big space station. You do have a jetpack. I don't know how fast it's going to be compared to just running around. But there's deep core mining, and looks like there's some oil stuff, for liquid fuels, and just a whole bunch of stuff added on here for this tech tree right here, right? And then there's your personal upgrades for more inventory space and faster drills and stuff like that, and faster mining. So there is a lot to do in this game right now. So don't get me wrong, and it's not just a simple release too early, stuff like that. So this got a lot of nice stuff in it, for how smoothly everything runs, but it's just not, doesn't have as much stuff as Satisfactory is going to have. So I'm going to put this, since I gave Satisfactory a 7 out of 10, I'm going to give this game a 6 out of 10. And yeah, it's just not going to match up with Satisfactory because of the lack of combat, the lack of danger, and all that kind of stuff when you're exploring. There's no reason to go exploring except to go get some more ore nodes, and that is it. And then the traveling from point A to point B is a little bit slow and clanky right now. But of course, I'm assuming they're going to adjust that. Obviously, that would be one of the major things that they would be doing. And one of the next content updates is adding some kind of fast travel system, which would be nice, right? So yeah, hopefully they do something like that. They could even do interesting stuff like, since this is a Minecraft, they could do portals to other worlds, basically, in underground stuff like Minecraft has, right? And we can go to the other world. They could do some interesting stuff like that, and maybe have different rules in the underworld where there's actually guides for combat. If they do stuff like that, this game can start matching up to Satisfactory, but right now it doesn't add up to that. But it is better than Techtonica. This uses a lot more. I think it's better looking. It's a sloppier design based on Minecraft blocks, so it runs a lot better. But yeah, I like this game a lot better than Techtonica. I can barely run Techtonica because you build a big factory with all those processing cores, and it just ends up sucking and wasting a lot of space. And then there's really not much to do, and you have to go to all these locations just to get one research thing for the exploration. Yeah, it needs more layers to it, right? Just like this game needs a little bit more layers to match up to Satisfactory. So yeah, better than Techtonica, but not as good as Satisfactory for a factory style game. It's my second best game for a factory game right now. So yeah, this is definitely has a lot of potential to be decent. It's easy to use, easy to get into, and it can be quite interesting to actually unlock all the technology and fix that big old broken ass space station up there and see what happens. So yeah, I'm gonna be playing this game a lot more. So thanks for watching, and I will see you later.